runs out, all I have to do is disconnect the regulator, turn it off, disconnect the regulator, pick it up from right there, right here. They come up here, and at this point we're all hooked up and we're up and running. Unfortunately, as I said, it's after hours. Okay, so here is the final result of all my work. The regulator's attached to the tank. Tank is in place, and its placement is here on the very end of the 55 gallon. Zoom out here, you can see it's right next to the closets, and this is the door where I can come and leave. So when this tank runs out, all I have to do is disconnect the regulator, pick it up from right there, and right out the door. Now, as you can see, the new hose attached goes down and behind the tank over to right here. This will be mounted. I'm not sure exactly. I'll probably mount it to a little board and mount it to this, the end of this stand here for the 55. Well, I hadn't quite decided yet, but I'm working on that. You have your 3 hoses that come out of this. You got about probably 35 psi coming into this little splitter here, and then you have your 3 adjustments, and right there going out that we'll adjust it down to bubbles. These are needle valves, and here's your 3 lines. This one goes to the 55, this one to the 40, and this final one back here to the 20. They come up here, and there's one of the bubble counters. It happens to be off right now, unfortunately. Should have gotten this a little earlier, but my timing was off for the video, so unfortunately it's off right now. But normally you would see the bubbles bubbling up through this little tube here, clear tube, and got another one over here on the 40, and the 20 is right there. So the project's not complete yet. This still needs to be mounted. What I'd like to do is to mount these 3, that, and that, over in a location, maybe this leg here for the stand for the 20 and the 40 up here. On the inside leg, maybe, that's where I was thinking, and I could put all 3 of them side by side, label them, and that way ultimately, I'm not sure if I have the hose. If I could bring that around onto the inside here underneath them, and I could have my adjustments and my little bubble counters right above them. Now that would be really sweet if I can do that, but I hadn't decided completely how I want to run this deal, but that's coming, and I will let you know when I do, and get it on video, of course. So at this point, we're all hooked up and we're up and running. Unfortunately, as I said, it's after hours. I just turned the lights back on to do this video, and the CO2 is off. Of course, when the lights are out, the CO2 is off, because plants do not use CO2 when the lights are out. They expel CO2. Yes, they do. They take it up during the day with the sun to use in photosynthesis, and when the lights go out and there's no more photosynthesis going, they reverse themselves. They take in oxygen and release CO2. That's why you don't want to have CO2 running after your lights are out, because you'll be injecting it and the plants will be releasing it, which will make the levels go skyrocket, and you'll probably have a bunch of floating fish in the morning. But that's where we're at this point. As I said, this the mounting of these things will happen soon, and I will document that when it happens. So at this point, I guess what I'm going to do is leave you with a couple of shots of what the tanks look like right now, and we'll go from there. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.